I think you lied right here. No. This is the truth, Judge. It is a lie. It is a lie.
Ms. Willis?
You see.
Mr. Saino, thank you. We're going to take 5 minutes.
So this is interesting. FANI Willis, Fulton County DA, for the last 2 days has been in a hearing where a Georgia judge must decide whether or not to remove her and her office from prosecuting the Donald Trump election interference trial.
Filed. Did you meet with Mr. Wade and talk to him about the motion that I filed to disqualify you?
On January, this first January motion?
Yes.
I don't know if you could say talked about. I probably had some choice words about some of the things that you said that were dishonest within this motion. So I don't know that it was a conversation. As you know, Mr. Wade is a Southern gentleman.
How do we get here? FANI Willis, an ambitious district attorney for Fulton County, has been put into quite a quandary. Well, it seems the special prosecutor that she appointed.
You're saying that the law firm of Nathan Wade did not receive checks from Fulton County government over $300,000 in the year 2022.
She had a relationship with, a romantic relationship. And we're trying to see now if that is grounds enough for her to be dismissed from this. But of course, you know, she's not going down without a fight.
I heard someone yell, "This testimony is done." It only made sense to me that I would be your next witness. And I've been very anxious to have this conversation with you today. So I ran to the courtroom.
So as soon as you heard that Mr. Wade was done testifying, that's when you just assumed you would be the next witness?
It only makes sense.
Did you listen to any of the testimony?
I've been in my office pacing, ma'am.
Did you listen to any of the arguments?
I did hear the arguments this morning. It's ridiculous to me that you lied on Monday, and yet here we still are. And I did listen to that argument.
I've been paying attention to this hearing as it's been going. You know, it's been televised. You know, they're putting on quite a show. But as of yet, I don't think they've found a way to pin her down. She actually got up there. She's very comfortable because I guess the venue of the court is actually her backyard. But unlike some other people who suggested that she would never have to get onto the stand, in her own brash and defiant way, she decides to take it upon herself to put herself up there to testify. It was supposed to be 2 days of her testimony, but it ended up only being one. I think somebody got into her with some sense that said, hey, you're just exposing yourself to more scrutiny. This thing is like a snowball rolling downhill. Why would she appoint someone that she had a relationship with? Well, it seems the prosecution is trying to determine if she had a prior relationship before this case with the special counsel, Nathan Wade. He has a very important job in this case. But you should know you're going up against Donald Trump. She should have known it wasn't going to be that easy. Donald Trump has 12 cases right now, I believe. It seems like they would rather beat him in the courtroom than they would on election day. You know, this is interesting because now all your personal laundry has been strewn across the front yard. It's national news right now. Your relationship with who was assumed to be a married man, although he's clarified that and said that he had mentally left the marriage in 2015 when his wife had an extramarital affair on him. So with that knowledge, could FANI have gone into this relationship without any concern? You know, they were taking trips, they were taking cruises along with his mother. So, you know, this is more than just a casual relationship. They said the relationship, the sexual component of it, allegedly didn't happen until after this case had started. I guess the close proximity, the close quarters of working on a case could, you know, spark some type of workplace romance. I don't know. It seems like she did know him beforehand, and her friend, her ex-friend, actually came to testify via Zoom.
And you saw her at work every day?
Yes.
So you had a chance to see them interact together on a personal level?
Yes.
And so from everything that you saw, heard, witnessed, it's your understanding that they were in a romantic relationship beginning in 2019?
Yes.
And she seemed to shed some light on the fact that they probably knew each other way before this. The real reason that DA FANI Willis was hot when she got onto the stand was because she claimed that The prosecution was lying on her, mischaracterizing her, saying that she slept with this man on the first day she met him.
Listen to the arguments.
I did hear the arguments this morning. It's ridiculous to me that you lied on Monday, and yet here we still are. And I did listen to that argument.
All right, so that was it, just the argument, no testimony.
Right, I listened to the argument this morning where Adam Abadi, I thought, did an excellent job pointing out how dishonest you were with the court on Monday. And I'm actually surprised that the hearing continued. But since it did, here I am. I think you lied right here. No. This is the truth.
Judge,
it is a lie. It is a lie.
All right, Ms. Willis. Mr. Sena, thank you. We're going to take 5 minutes.
She came in on fire. And you know what's interesting about this case is that most of the people that are involved, most of the people that are giving testimony are attorneys. You've got FANI Willis is an attorney. Nathan Wade is an attorney. His best friend is an attorney. I believe even FANI Willis's father, who's been brought into this, he is also an attorney, a criminal defense lawyer. So you're getting some interesting testimony because it's like it's verbal chess in a way. They're answering questions in very interesting ways that kind of protect them and don't give like direct answers. A lot of times there's a lot of subterfuge and misdirection, it seems, in a lot of these answers. And I think it's because you're seeing attorney after attorney testify. Yeah. Former Georgia Governor Roy Barnes, also an attorney and politician. So yeah, it's just a very interesting look into how things are working. Like I said, this is like a normal day at the office. She was working on one trial upstairs probably, and then decides to come down and testify in this hearing because basically what's on the line is her office getting to try this case against Donald Trump for election interference. And she has, I believe she ran on the fact that she was attempting to do this in addition to some other things like her RICO charges that she's been handing out left and right. This has become a real challenge because now your personal life has become an impediment to it. Now, there are a lot of people that are commenting on it that are saying, oh, she's being unfairly characterized because she's a black woman. Look, this seems pretty fair. There are some decisions that could have been made differently. You know, the idea of even if you think you're about to have a personal relationship with someone, or you think you're about to pursue a personal relationship with someone, and you realize that that person you've hired in this work situation, the wise thing would have been to avoid it entirely. I believe Governor Roy E. Barnes was her first choice, and that would have been something that would have avoided all this nightmare that is happening right now where you've got to drag your family out to testify for you. But it's interesting. I think this case right here, like I said, this is just one of Donald Trump's worries here. If he had a clear slate, ahead, or this was delayed until after the election in some ways, who knows? I'm not going to get into that whole political discussion of it, but the fact of the matter is, like, this could have all been avoided. Even Nathan Wade, who stands to make $600,000 for this case, I mean, he's messing up a bag just having this relationship, and they're going on trips all over the place. They're taking cruises. They're doing everything that a couple would do. And then they're supposed to turn around and say that there's nothing wrong with that there's absolutely no conflict of interest, because I think that's what's at the core of this. That's what's at the core of this inquiry. That's what's at the core of this hearing, It's very messy. It's very, very messy, man. But it's interesting to see how different media outlets are covering this because, they all have their own bias on who they're rooting for in this, because obviously this would be a feather in the cap of the Republicans. This would be detrimental to the Democrats in the long run. But we'll see how it plays out. Anyway, I want to know what you think about it in the comments. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. If you want to watch more, please watch one of these videos down below. This is Faucette Media.